Yeah, and welcome to all of you. I have to say I'm really pleased being back to see how impressive and well kept the factory is. Everything is much better than it were when we bought Dusi many years ago. Yesterday we had meetings also with the management team, and I'm really proud of how dedicated everybody is here at Fibertex in Brazil. So I will give a little bit insight into Fibertex as a group, and we can also talk about Fibertex Brazil. As you know, the vision for Fibertex Nonwovens, that is to become world leader in what we call high performance nonwoven solutions. We want to play in the field where all the other ones cannot do. We want to be unique, we want to make better materials than our competitors. That's really our ambition. So the mission is really to create fantastic products and materials for our customers. We want to do this through strong innovations, but also, most important, through people's excellence. At Fibertex, we normally say that results are created by people. And I always say that we can buy the same machines, we can sell to the same customers, but it is the way we work together as a team, the way we run the machines, the way we maintain our equipment, the way we do business with our customers, that actually makes us stronger and better than our competition. Yes. This is our DNA, and this is a slide actually Nivia she made. So she took the Fibertex values and turned it all into the Brazilian DNA, and I was really impressed to see this yesterday. But it's very important that we all have the clarity and trust. We need to know why we go to work, and we need to trust each other, and that's what I really see also here is done at Fibertex Brazil. Then we need to focus on our customers. With our customers, we have no jobs. So it's very important that everything we do is really to focus on our customers. And then I learned something new yesterday also. That is about luxury. I was really impressed about what the team here have been doing in order to put Fibertex Brazil into the luxury thinking model. Another important thing that is that we have to protect the earth, the planet. And so Fibertex, we are dedicated for making sustainable solutions. And I'm also proud of Fibertex Brazil. I think you are the first one really to get the sustainable certifications within the Fibertex group. This is really well done here at Fibertex Brazil. And as you know, what is unique with nonwovens, that is actually what we do can be used in so many different applications and end users. I have just taken this slide to show some of the applications for our nonwoven. It goes from wipes, from personal care, into the car industry. And I know also that Fibertex Brazil is focusing a lot on filtration, because clean air and clean water is very important for all of us now, but also in the future. Just a short overview of the plant we have. As you know, Fibertex is headquartered in Denmark, and I was also happy to see yesterday, and I can see many of you have the nice t-shirts on with the Brazilian flag and with the Danish flag. We are proud about being together here, Denmark and Brazil. But we have in Europe production sites in the Czech Republic, in France, we are in Turkey, and then we have the 2 sites in North America, the US, where Carlos Bernardo now is the president. And I'm really happy for Carlos taking the lead for Fibertex North America, because Carlos had the vision and the insights to bring together one of the best management teams in North America. And it gave also the opportunity for Nibia now to lead Fibertex Brazil, so it was a double win for us. Then of course we are in South Africa as well, and then we are here in Brazil. I'll come more back to this later. We are selling our products in more than 70 different countries, but we are strongest where we produce. And therefore also Brazil is very important for us for the future. We are here to build more business also on the long run, and I think we have a good platform here today. This is just a few numbers about how does it actually go for Fibertex Nonwovens. Are we doing good? Are we doing bad? And the good news is actually that Fibertex Nonwovens as a group, we made good results in 2024. And also that Brazil made another good year. I think actually Brazil have been doing very, very well for the last years, and we are really happy for that. But it's also, it can only happen because we have such a good team, both in operations and management and in sales. If you look at Europe, Europe has been a little bit challenged as a continent due to the war in Ukraine. And we have energy crisis and many difficulties in Europe, which we normally don't have. But we made the best results ever in Europe last year. I think it's actually fantastic. It just shows the strength of the company that we can do well even when things is difficult. In North America, we have invested a lot in a new spot lacing line in Greenville, South Carolina, and there Carlos and the team, they are building the foundation to build a strong company in the US in the future. Yes, and in South Africa, we had the Danish state as a co-owner, so we bought them out this year. So now we are the sole shareholder on all the production sites where we are. A few comments to the business segments. Construction was really good last year, which actually is fantastic because construction industry have been a little bit suffering also for the high interest rate. Our automotive business did also well, despite that there are so many new electrical cars or cheap cars from China coming in. But we have been very good to develop new products, find new solutions, and we are winning new market share. So we are growing our automotive business. And then, of course, Wipes has developed fine advanced products, which is filtration is also developing fine. So in principle, we are doing well in all the segments where we are in. This is just the budget for 2025. And as I said to the management yesterday, these slides here are the same I used to our board meeting actually this Tuesday. So there's nothing hidden, everything is transparent. This is our plan. And if you look at the size, Europe, and it's in Danish kroner, but Danish kroner is more or less the same as a Brazilian reais. So we're going to make 1.3 million in Europe, around 800 million in the US. So US, Carlos leading it, is becoming big. And then we have Brazil and South Africa with around 300 million. If you look at the segments, the wipes and personal care segments is actually becoming our biggest segment. And this is also a segment where Fibertex Brazil is really strong. Also with the converted materials you do here for McDonald's and Burger King and many other food services. Automotive is the second biggest segment, and then we have, in principle, if you add construction and industrial, also a sizable segment. Yes, this is the Fibertex strategy in one slide. I'm not going through all what you see up here, but this is really the plan we have to develop the company. We are working within 4 different pillars. Up here is to build excellence, and building excellence is actually the way we can outcompete and become better than our competitors. So we need to have a dynamic mindset and be on top of the situations. We don't tell people what to do, we empower people and we work together as teams. Then we have, as I normally say, the best people in the industry. I think Brazil is a good example, US, Europe. We have a lot of experienced people with a lot of non-bones experience within Fibertex, but we have also a lot of young talent coming in and taking the lead. And it's really important that we have both. Then we have what I call protecting the core business. This is what we do every day in order to go to our job. This is really the most important thing. It's always good to dream about the future, but at the end of the day, it's what we do day by day or step by step, as Nivia said. That's the important thing. So we need to make sure that we service our customers well. We need to make sure we earn money on what we do. We need to make sure that the production lines are running efficient and we make good quality products. And then we have some ambitions also. I have what they call here net zero waste. This is probably not possible. But I think actually within Fibertex altogether, we are throwing out the same amount of kilos in waste as 2 spunlacing lines. So if we actually could reuse more waste or produce less waste, we will both earn more money and we will doing a lot of good things for the environment as well. Then we have Diogo's area here. That is actually the business development and R&D. And this is really important because we are working on also what do we need to sell in 3 months' time or 15 months' time. So we need to be very clear on the priorities. So when we start something new, we also sure that one day some customers are going to buy it and it will bring value to the company and to the teams here. And then we have the future proofing. And this is here actually to become again world leader in advanced nonwovens. And we want to deliver growth where we are. So it means actually we want to build bigger or more advanced sites where we are today. This is a full R&D plan for Fibertex nonwovens. We have for 44,000 tons of new projects in the pipeline. Some of those ones are also driven by the Brazilian R&D team. But it means actually, when we look at it all together, we are a very, very strong company. And we are coming with a lot of new innovations to the market. If we look at filtration, as I said, it's clean air and clean water, which is very, very important. Automotive, it's high performance, it's circularity, it's taking products back from the customers and reusing the materials in order to reduce sustainable footprints. For wipes and personal care, it's skin care, sustainability, and performance, which are the key elements. And construction, it's performance and green engineering. We were just together with Fibertex today and we learned also about some of the problems we have in Brazil with the Amazon rivers. In the dry season there's no more water and all those things. So the green engineering is very, very important. Not only for us as a company, but also to find solutions for this. Maybe the next one. So this is our strategic ambition. So we want to grow the company from 350 million euros in revenue to 500. So we have a strong plan for development. And if you look at it, we want to be global market leader in automotive. We want to have a decent business in construction. Wipes and personal care will become the biggest segment. Filtration and advanced materials will also become big. And then we continue to develop North America. Europe, we are going to strengthen more than expand, and then we will also develop Brazil. So this year is the overall plan for Fibertex as a company for the next 5 years. That's right. Yes, so results are created by people. And now I'm happy to have questions from you.
Vai passar o microfone.
Boa tarde a todos. A Fibertex está montando uma estratégia comercial para a taxação dos Estados Unidos para o Brasil.
Okay, thank you. It's a question which concerns everybody in the world. That is the U.S. taxation. I think for Fibertex in Brazil, it's not really going to hurt us a lot because we are selling most of the products made in Brazil in South America. And this is actually the important thing, to be local where we are, to avoid these crazy taxes, what people are thinking to do. Thank you.
Boa tarde a todos. Gostaria de saber sobre a previsão de novos investimentos aqui no Brasil, ou uma nova planta, alguma coisa assim.
That's also a good question. And every time I visit at one of our production sites, I get the same questions. What we are doing now is, together with the management team at Fibertex Brazil, we are discussing to see how can we develop Fibertex Brazil in the right manner. I think we need to be careful not to put too much investment in capacity at the same time because it could destroy the company. So we are discussing the ways so we can step by step continue to develop Fibertex Brazil. And maybe just give one comment to this. I can tell you that Carlos Banato, he got a new line in the US with 14,000 tons. And we are doing 4,500 tons here. And even in the US, this big market is difficult to sell so much in a short time. But we are working on a good development plan for Fibertex Brazil.
Perguntas? Vai, Neto. Você está querendo fazer uma pergunta, pelo menos? Peraí, Neto.
Cris já perguntou, mas are there any plan to expand our operation in South America?
Our plans is to focus on Brazil and not in other areas of South America. We think we have a fantastic setup here, and we would like to work together with the strong team we have here in Sequillo.
A turma de Sindão. Vai, Carlos. Você está com uma cara que você quer perguntar, Carlos. Vai fazer.
there any new technology on the market that you are thinking, maybe the next 10 years we can get this technology and implement into FiberTex for the whole world? Is there any?
Oh yes, there's a lot of things, and I think recently, as you know, FiberTex, we are not only the leader in Spondage, we are also the leader in needle punch. And in the past, I think you made needle punch products also here in Saquillo. And I guess probably you could not make less than minimum weight 100, 120. Yeah, so today we have found ways to make 40 gram in needle punch. So really doing lightweight materials also in needle punch materials. In the US, we have started to do multi-layered materials in one process, which we are doing for Toyota and other big Japanese car manufacturers. So we see a lot of new opportunities. We just need to find the right ones for Brazil. But personally, I'm also a big believer in making multi-layered materials. So combining materials from different technologies in order to make more finished products. I think that's also a way to go.
Thank you.
Eu gostaria de saber como você se sente na responsabilidade da liderança e qual conselho você poderia nos dar para as pessoas que gostariam de crescer profissionalmente.
That's also a fantastic question. First of all, I know also here at FiberTex Brazil, we have some very good programs for young people, how to become a leader, and I think that's really very important. But I guess there's two steps. First, it's most important for young people is to be good at the job. Really to be good at what you do to develop the skills. And in parallel, by developing the skills, you can start to go into more management out of it. I always think it's important that we are good at what we do, and also that we work well together with the teams. And from there, it's a good platform to develop and to grow.
More questions? Gil, você tá aí querendo fazer uma pergunta? Não sei. Clay?
How does FiberTex see the logistics global changes? Challenges.
That's also a very good question, because you could say the global supply chain crisis has been terrible for all of us in many countries. And I think that's also one of the reasons why FiberTex Nonwovens, we said we want to be local where we want to be, because it means we are less vulnerable on the supply chain crisis as such. Of course, it's very important for FiberTex Brazil that we can buy cheap raw materials also in Asia. On the other hand, it's the same for everybody else. So if there will be tax on raw materials coming in, it will be the same for our competitors in Brazil. And that's the reason why it's important to be local. But I would wish myself back to the old days where we did not have all these problems as we have today. would like to thank you for coming here and listening to me, but also for the fantastic questions.
Jorgen, thank you again for sharing all this FiberTech's view and to spend some time with us. It's so important to have you here. And we are going to take this opportunity, you are here, to, before this, I would like, of course, to thank you, all of you, and all the management team. I always say that we spend too much time at work, so it has to be fun.